Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Allow me to beg your indulgence for one moment. This is the former intellectual savior of the masses, Damian Sandow.
I am WWE superstar Cedric Alexander, and I would like to tell you all that you are watching the hottest E-Fed in the world today.
HKW.
HKW Wrestling.
HKW Wrestling. Wait, did I say the world? I meant the universe, the galaxy, the multiverse, the fabric of time itself. Check it out.
Viva la raza.
And as always, you're welcome.
And never look down. If the road was so rough, we might not have found it. The blood and some guts and thousands of hours. We operate now with nerves of steel. Keep a clean shot for that curve appeal. Swing chop when we work the field. Not gonna stop till we work a deal. Leave a lasting impression on who is the best, and it won't be a question. You will remember our name when you see it in lights. We are the champions. We are the champions. We will fight through the pain. We'll be legends tonight. We are the champions. We are the champions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Richard G. Mayer, and I am the one, the only, the stupendous Donald Hash, and welcome to New York.
And you want to know what I like? A little MDC toothpaste. Give yourself a $1 million clown smile. But don't take it from me. Take it from little Timmy. That's right. I love MDC. Oh, little kids, need a little bit of zub in their mouth.
I've seen some souls be friendly. I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness, even when I see bad. I've seen some souls be friendly. I've seen some feet get loose. I've had some people in my life who know just what it do. I try to look for goodness, even when I see bad.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we are getting set for our main event of the evening.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Disciples of Apocalypse. From New York, weighing in at 235 pounds, one half of the Blake the Rebel.
Blake Buchanan heading down to the ring, being joined out here tonight by the woman who will challenge Despair in a Broiler Room Brawl for the HKW Internet Championship coming up April 12th at Digital Revolution 4, the Dragon Queen. Meanwhile, Blake Buchanan going to get his hands on one of the two men who he will be contending with coming up at Digital Revolution when both his TWE Championship and the TWE World Heavyweight Championship are both on the line in a TWE Undisputed Unification match.
234 pounds, Lord Daniel Roberts.
And what do you think's gonna happen here tonight, Richard? Daniel Roberts going one-on-one with Blake Buchanan. Daniel Roberts is going to get utterly obliterated. I mean, let's face it, Richard, this little spot monkey can't hold up to the immeasurable strength of Blake Buchanan. Well, Blake Buchanan is one of the toughest guys, one of the strongest guys on the TWE roster. He shows that each and every time that he gets in the ring. But Daniel Roberts, a former HKW World Heavyweight Champion himself, the 2020 King of the Wasteland, and now the man who looks to become the first ever TWE Undisputed Champion. No time to talk about Digital Revolution right now, Richard. This matchup is underway. Daniel Roberts tripping Blake Buchanan. Now the Blake going around the back on Daniel. Daniel answering around with a standing switch of his own. Blake throwing elbows back into the face of Daniel Roberts, looking for a knee. Daniel gonna back it up, and European uppercut, breaks it, uppercut, and a drop kick into the face of Blake Buchanan. You have to start calling these moves correctly, Richard. This is a worldwide market that we broadcast to, and let's face it, Daniel Roberts, he's from England, okay? And the Europeans want nothing to do with him. Hell, Great Britain wants nothing to do with this loser, Daniel Roberts. It's not even close to accurate, okay? Daniel Roberts, he's a national treasure for his country. He's been knighted by the Queen. And what do you think the Queen has to say about one of her knights usurping her decision-making process and now calling himself a king, Richard? I would think that the Queen is very proud of Daniel Roberts and his accomplishments, becoming the 2020 King of the Wasteland, overcoming 15 other incredibly talented superstars, and getting to challenge Blake Buchanan and Christopher Chaos coming up at Digital Revolution for that TWE Undisputed Championship. It shows what you know, Richard. That shows what you know. Daniel Roberts going to toss Buchanan back inside the ring now, giving chase and looking for a possible cutter, but Buchanan cutting off the efforts of the British badass clothesline, taking out Daniel Roberts. And look at the way that Blake Buchanan slows the match down to a methodical pace, one that suits him, Richard. This is a man who knows every inch of that ring. He knows how to immobilize people. He knows how to inflict massive amounts of pain on people's bodies, and that is exactly what he's doing to Daniel Roberts here tonight. Daniel Roberts is incredibly talented, as I mentioned. He's taken it to every superstar that we've seen here in the HKW. We've seen him take it to Blake Buchanan. That's not what we're seeing here tonight, Richard. Blake Buchanan with a big headbutt into the face of the British buffoon, Daniel Roberts. Big super kick there from Roberts, dropping down Buchanan. Now Roberts going to mount the top rope. Has Buchanan in his sights. Here we go, twisting and dropping down to the chest of Blake Buchanan. Phoenix Splash, cover one, and a kick out by the TWE champion, Blake Buchanan. And what do you think Christopher Chaos would have to say about this, Richard? You know he has to be in the back with his beady little elite eyes on the title of Blake Buchanan.
Well, I don't know about on the title, but if I was Christopher Chaos, I'd be paying attention to this matchup. I'd be watching the ins and outs between two of my opponents coming up at Digital Revolution.
Yeah, Richard, you know what that's called? That's called cheating. I'm not surprised at all that you would take part in a cheating enterprise just like Christopher Chaos or Daniel Roberts. You know, at a rate like this, Richard, if it wasn't for Scars Enterprises, I might just have to start becoming a Blake Buchanan fan with the way that you want to cheat him out of the TWE Undisputed Championship.
What do you mean cheat him out of the championship?
I mean, Richard, that if you are going to cheer for someone, then they should be someone who's able to win honorably, not in some flippy-dippy way like Daniel Roberts, not using illegal elite moves like Christopher Chaos. At least Blake Buchanan, when he gets in the ring, is able to contend with guys like Daniel Roberts or Christopher Chaos like a real man. You have to be joking. No, Richard, I don't joke about such things. And neither does Blake Buchanan, which is why he's taking it to Daniel Roberts right here tonight.
Kick out there by Daniel Roberts, only 2 for Blake Buchanan. Goes back to work with the boots into the chest of Roberts. And I'll give it to you, for the most part, Buchanan has been an incredible amount of control throughout this contest, dominating the British badass. Daniel Roberts has him packaged up. Ooh, and Buster bringing him down.
This is what I'm saying, Richard.
Covered now by Blake Buchanan.
1, 2.
Oh, only 2 count.
Very
Daniel
close.
Roberts just barely getting the shoulder up there.
Way too close, Richard. But this is exactly what I'm saying. Look, Daniel Roberts, he can be incredible in the ring when he's in there with somebody that's his own size. But let's face it, Richard, his flippy-dippy style will never be able to outmatch the power of a Blake Buchanan or a Christopher Chaos. Daniel Roberts is at an all-time disadvantage heading into Digital Revolution.
And Blake Buchanan dropping down Roberts a second time with that cradle buster.
Ooh, ruthless, Richard.
And going to work on the collarbone.
Just
Maybe
ruthless.
just sort of snap there, Roberts.
1, 2, 3.
That's gonna do it. Blake Buchanan
Richard,
picking up the victory here tonight over Daniel Roberts.
I knew this was going to happen, Richard. I told you, when are you going to start to learn to listen to me? Alright, Daniel Roberts is a fine athlete. He was a champion, sure, but there is no way that he can stand up to a man as powerful and as strong as Blake Buchanan. I mean, honestly, it would take like a King Dominator or a J-Max or a CJ Mundo or a Michael Scars Minor to accomplish something like that.
You're giving me a headache here. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us here tonight.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days.